This man's name is Charles Forshaw, Mr. Charles Forshaw. Years ago, he was a corporal in the Royal Army Service Corps. Now, at 67, Charles is joining up again, joining the company of the world's most famous old soldiers club. He's becoming a Chelsea pensioner. Charles has already lost the Mr. part of his name. He's now Recruit Forshaw. In order to qualify, he has had to satisfy the Royal Hospital authorities that he is at least 55 and receiving either a regular service, disability or campaign pension. One look was all they needed to place him as an old soldier. Bearing, pride of appearance, even 25 years spent in civvies couldn't disguise it. After a meal, the Royal Hospital's newest recruit steps out to pick up his uniform. Already he feels the spring come back into his steps. That takes you back, the Quartermasters Stores, not the gents' outfitter of Civvy Street. This is the language an old soldier understands. For Charles, this is just like the day nearly 50 years ago when he was first measured for a uniform. Khaki then, not the scarlet of the pensioner. And is it imagination, or is his chest just a bit broader than it was a minute ago? Jacket, trousers, neckcloth, boots. The quartermaster knows the list by heart, not forgetting the long woolen drawers and the jaunty peaked cap that will soon make him as familiar in the London scene as Nelson's column itself. As he goes over it all as he did as a boy, Charles finds the thrill of enlistment to the colours returning too. The pleasure of comradeship, the pride in a smart turnout, the old army slang, the unchanging army companionship. Now he's back where he belongs, in the army, wearing the same uniform, except for the full-dress trick-on hat pensioners have worn since Charles II's day. Now he can begin life again, but not the old life with parades and the spit and polish of his day, a quiet time with long hours to think over the old times. Now for a call on the hospital tailor. That's a refinement to army life Charles never knew in his time, when, if you had buttons to sew on or repairs to make, you did them yourself. A little bit in at the sides, maybe a shade off the edges. This is the uniform Charles will wear for the rest of his life, and well, at 67, the man's a right to comfort. The tailor's seen him come and go. He knows the history of the hospital like a book. And if there's anything Charles wants to know, just come along and see the tailor. This jacket, the tunic of Marlborough's men, will be Charles's passport to the affections of all the London's teeming millions. Back to the barrack room and goodbye to the loneliness of life outside. In his new home, Charles begins to feel himself again. New friends bring back memories of the old campaigns. Only a few hours ago, he was Mr. Charles Forshaw, a man without much in the world except his memories. Now, even known by his old regimental number, he's a soldier all over again.